So thanks for joining me today on this fun video as we transform our cushions. This is elbow grease remodeling part 2. And so I'm going to show you what I've got going on today. Today we're going to be taking our outdoor cushions from this to this. And I'm going to show you how. So last summer, I was at Joann's Fabric for I guess it was their closeout sales as they were going out of business. And I got this big bolt of outdoor fabric. I just thought it was so cute. The little, I don't know what kind of birds they are, but goofy little birds sitting on a perch. And I decided I was going to use this the next year to recover all the cushions for my table and chairs outside. Now, my cushions have been so, sun bleached. They were 8 years old, but they were really good quality and still in pretty good shape. So I decided, you know what, when I have the time, I'm going to go ahead and recover my cushions. And since we got a whole year of remodeling, that's what we're doing today. So it works out that the width of this material was just perfect for my cushions. So one side, I didn't even have to cut. All I'm gonna have to do is sew up 3 sides. So talk about simple. I just measured to see how wide I needed these and how much material I needed. So all I'm gonna do now is run my iron along the edge so I can get a nice straight line and I can know what is center on this. Well, so I can know what the exact side is on this material. So I'm going to pin this real quick. I'm going to iron it and I will be right back to show you how simple this is. So I'm going to show you a little hack because I want this as easy as possible. Rather than pulling these through, I'm going to cut them off. These are my little ties. I know they don't exactly match, but I don't care. They're going to be behind my chairs. I'm just going to cut all 4 of these off. Now let me show you a little secret about how I'm going to do this the easy way. I'm not about difficult, I'm about easy. This is the bottom of my little thing here. I want enough material to come up the bottom, and then the top I've got quite a bit of material because I'm going to sew it with this in here. So this is my hack. All right, so you see these little ties here. We are just going to take these, and where these are laid out on our other piece of material, we're just gonna tape these down or pin them, whatever is easier for you. I'm gonna pin them. I'm gonna tape them. I'm gonna tape them just like this. Okay, there's one there, and there's going to be one right here. All right, so now I've got all my ties taped down. On the side where it's already one piece, I'm just going to cut a little hole here. All I'm going to do is just use my little seam ripper here and just make a little tiny hole. Now this is going to be the inside of our holder that we have for our cushions. So I'm actually going to untape this. Just put these little ties right inside of our material. All right. I'm going to tie those in place with my little trusty piece of tape just to hold it until we sew it. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. One side done. Isn't that simple? I'm going to do the same thing to the other side, only this one I'm going to pin it because we're going to be going along the whole edge of that one. Let's go ahead and give this a quick sew and I'll show you what I mean. Now on these, it's going to be really easy. I'm just going to sew right across these 2 little edges. I'm not going to worry about sewing that whole thing because I've already got a nice edge that's together. So let me put these 2 sides together, the bottom and this side, and then I'll bring you right back. So the next thing that I do is I go along the edge here and I use my pinking shears to make sure that I cut this, because you can see it really frays this material. So I'm going to go along the edge and just make sure that I get this nice and cut so that I don't have to worry about it falling apart. I'm basically just going to cut off the frayed part of it. All right, I cut along both edges with my pinking shears, and you can see it's nice. Oh, missed a little piece there. So I don't have to worry about those coming undone. So all I'm going to do is turn these right side out. How simple this is. Should have done this last summer. I don't know why I thought it was such a hard project, but it's kind of like making a pillowcase with ties. That's really what it is. So I'm gonna pull these through just like this. Look how cute this is. Oh my goodness, I'm just so happy with it. So this is gonna be the bottom part down here, and then this is the top up here. So let me show you the simplest way that I figured out how to do these. First I wanna iron along the edges and make sure everything's nice and straight. Now comes the fun part. We're going to go ahead and put this whole thing together. So this is my little, I guess it's like a pillowcase. So we're going to take our whole thing here, and we're just going to put the whole thing right inside of our pillowcase. So it's got the ties. So all we're going to do now is take the top part, and we've got a little bit of room. We're just going to go along the top and just turn it under. You want to have it out enough that you can get your machine over it. And really important is make sure that everything's facing up. In this case, these are birds, so I want them to all be facing up. And I'm really happy with this. I think these just look adorable for how easy these were to do. Oh my gosh. So let me put the iron on this little seam here, and then we're going to finish it up, and I'll show you how they all came out together on my new chair. Well, my old chairs. They look like new. Well, this is my new covers that I just put on, and I think they came out really cute. I actually have enough material left over to make some pillow covers. So I'm going to be doing that in the next couple of days, and I think it's definitely getting ready for summer and a big improvement for how it looked before. So thanks for joining me today as we made these really nice covers for our patio furniture. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel. Give me a like, a thumbs up, or ring that bell for future notifications, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.